the cup.
The Candyman can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game. Let's meet the panel.
Hi, I'm Larry.
I'm Ari.
I'm in a kilt. Charlie.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Josh. And for the very first time in 11 years and 18 seasons, all 5 of the longest tenured participants here on Literary Gladiators are on a panel with one another.
Bozo!
460
Gladiators!
Yes. You all man.
Charlie and I have been on all 18 seasons.
It's phenomenal, and I loved it. It's been a journey, to say. And I know that's like, I don't have a script. Sorry. It's been amazing.
Speech!
Dan has been on since season 2, so he's been on 17 out of the 18 seasons. Larry was on in season 2, and then since season 4, so he's been on 16 seasons. And Ari's been on since season 3, which is also 16 seasons.
Mm-hmm. And that's helped me with the music as well, and it does a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And,
Yeah, I love those songs, man. The theme song you wrote for this channel. Every time I hear it, I said, oh good, we're about to get some good discussion going.
And I okayed it in my sleep.
I still remember the Wienermobile incident.
I have no comment.
I thought I'd start out with an interesting question. I've been
I'm in uniform.
I've been thinking about this one, and I just wanted just a bit of an icebreaker since we've been around together for so long.
What's under the kilt?
No,
Sorry, not that.
Not that, Charlie.
It's PG. Or PG-13, whatever.
Or if we were Muppets, who would you be, and who would the others be? For
God.
instance,
Well, I'd be Scooter, no
like
question.
I would say for me, I'd be in this circumstance, I'd be Kermit.
You're Kermit.
I agree. You're
Even though
definitely
I'd be somebody had me as Ralph the dog.
He's either Fozzie or Gonzo.
There's Dan.
I know I'm Gonzo.
Dan would be Pepe Le Prawn.
Well, he could be Animal
What?
because he's a drummer.
Dan is Charlie's Fozzie.
I'm Scooter. I'm
Ari's Scooter.
I'm Cookie
And
Monster.
Larry's Sam the Eagle.
I'm Cookie
Sam
Monster.
the Eagle.
And now, boy.
And
Okay.
I wanted to get everybody else's.
No, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty
I
good.
agree. I don't think we're gonna go
I-
there, 'cause I definitely agree you're
How am
Kermit.
I fuzzy? That's like,
You're either Fozzie,
Waka
Gonzo,
waka.
or Animal.
I don't waka in
You
public.
do waka waka.
You
You always waka
in
waka.
public. You don't waka waka. You do.
Ninu.
So, I would say definitely Kermit. Me, I would view myself as like the Swedish chef. You know, I kind of stumble my words into things. They all kind of just rhyme like bork 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 bork. Yeah, I kind of speak like that a lot. I try and speak properly when we're on camera, but outside of the things, I'm always like that, rambling. You're kind of animal because the thing is just musical. And
Charlie's got to be Animal, of course. He's a drummer.
definitely Gonzo.
I'm not Gonzo.
You're Gonzo.
You're Gonzo already.
And
That's what
he's what's that one scientist guy with the glasses?
That's Scooter. I'm Scooter.
Which guy
Nope.
with the
I'm
glasses?
No,
Beaker?
Beaker, yeah.
Oh, Beaker.
Bunsen Honeydew?
Yeah, the Honeydew, that's who it was.
No, I don't even know who that is.
He's the science.
He's got a
dude.
big head.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a big melon head.
Oh, yeah, the little one.
Big
right?
melon.
The little one.
looks like
Speaker's the
I don't
tall
know,
one.
something about you just reminds me of them, but you have a beard and hair, so, I
Yeah.
don't know, but you kind of remind me of them.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. You got to be Animal because you drum. And every drummer's spirit animal is animal.
Well, my spirit animal is food, to be quite
What would-
honest. But I know,
Who would
I
you,
agree.
what would your who would you how would you classify?
Split between animal and Cookie Monster. Sadly, we're not endorsed by
Cookie Monster's not really a Muppet.
It's true.
He
true.
is, but
He
Well,
is. He's
we're
not
talking
the
Muppet
Jim Henson
Muppets,
Muppet.
not
So
Sesame Street.
yeah, I'm definitely got to be animal. I mean, I'm an animal and I get pulled. Never mind. Cut. I'm an animal because yes, drums and I just sometimes I go off the cuff. I'm my own boss. Anyway, and we're done.
Who's the one in the band with the hat that?
Oh,
So it's like,
Dr. Teeth.
No, Floyd.
That's me. I think I'm like
Yeah.
that guy.
But yeah,
Because I
definitely.
always got a hat on.
Yeah, I could definitely see you as Kermit. No offense, but yeah, definitely he's Kermit.
Yeah, he's the ringleader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what now? Oh yeah. I probably a little bit of Pepe Le Pew. Yeah, I can see that in you.
Okay.
No offense, but
I don't like French things.
I'm always Scooter. I will always be Scooter.
I see Scooter in you.
I see
How
Gonzo.
about Larry?
Larry, I gotta go with.
I like Sam the Eagle for Larry.
Oh my goodness. What's the one with the horn? I'm kidding. No,
The one with the horn.
I'm busting your chops. Probably Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Very well. Very well. I'll take it. Yeah.
Ari?
I know.
Like I said, I pretty much agree with what Josh said.
Okay, to a T.
To a T.
Okay.
Except I would say he could also be animal.
Yeah, those would be my two changes. Charlie, animal, me, the guy with
Floyd.
the hat. Yeah, Floyd.
Floyd Pepper.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know one time we were talking about it, and you said that Dan would be the newscaster.
Who's a newscaster?
The Muppet news guy.
He's got the big nose and the funny-looking head, and he always has
You all have funny
unfortunate
looking
things
Yeah, all
happen to
have
him.
looking heads and big
You
noses.
say I have like bad luck?
No.
Like if things were like if
If they haven't,
if it was if it was raining cannonballs, that would be it would end up raining.
Reports are coming in
cannonballs
from all over the globe that
I
television
gotta
news
rewatch the
reporters are
Muppet Show.
blowing up. These unlikely rumors have like that.
Alrighty then, we are discussing today a story from the 5th volume of Books of Blood by Clive Barker. In particular, we're going over The Forbidden, which inspired 2 adaptations of the Candyman movie.
Yeah, the thing is, it inspired the
Oh, well, that
1992
is that
original
question.
film and its direct sequel. Well, actually, no, that one's at the sequel, so the things are all
When was
sequels.
this? 90?
The one from 2021?
The one from 2021 is actually a sequel to the 1992 film. The other 2 are standalone sequels, meaning the thing is like they have the Candyman, they just don't connect to anything that happened in the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This book inspired the 1992 film.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of discussion starter do you have
That's my
since
question. Okay.
you made the selection?
Okay, so I
Nice
have it
screensaver.
right here. Alright. So the thing is, that the theme of the book is about the thing is like the creation of like urban legends coming to life. But I was like wondering, but it also brings to the question of this: why do you think people love scary stories like this? You know, urban legends, ghost stories, serial killers. Like, what do you like to you, in particular? What's the appeal of these stories, and why do you think other people like them?
We'll start with Charlie.
May I first say that was a really, really good discussion starter. I applaud you on that one.
Thank you.
Seriously, very good. It goes back to, and this is probably some of you are going to be like, we knew that, but it's like Greek mythology, passing time, and an age before cell phones and internet. No, but yeah, it passes time. It's something to do. It's just, I don't know the exact copyright of the story, but I finished it last night. But anyway, I think more, like I said, passing time, mundane tasks at work. It's like, getting real tired of this nonsense, but it also kind of takes the mind away, too, as an escape. There was once a time, believe it or not, without TV and internet and all this stuff, like I said earlier, but stories are a way to just kill time. And
Every story needs an antagonist of some kind.
yeah, and it
I mean,
gets,
that's
you
the
know,
general
and they get, yeah.
idea of a story. A story has a protagonist, an
Yes.
antagonist, and an urban legend or a monster or something like that
Yeah, it's gonna have
is going to be an antagonist.
Sometimes it's
Most
just a
of the time,
conflict,
yeah.
too.
A conflict, yeah.
you
stories of
conflict, then I think climax, and then resolution.
Oh, the man with the hook!
Honk.
But,
Oh yeah.
I would say that in this case, I think that people.
Urban legends.
I think that
Yeah.
they make a lot of because I think we can go back to when Helen presents her her thesis, why she is in this area in the first place, and it has to do with graffiti, the semiotics of urban despair, and how she's trying to make the connection between the reliance on graffiti and how it connects to the issues that are taking place among the artists.
Yeah, I love how Helen explores and comes up with all these great, like, what's the word, like, stuff. I'm trying to think of the word. Kind of
Theories?
Abstractions.
Yeah, of what graffiti like represents and like how she describes
Conclusions,
it. Yeah, like I thought it was quite interesting, and then like to have the story go into the urban legend about the Candyman and stuff like that.
Sweet's this sweet.
Yeah, but like I just feel like I didn't realize this was going to be horror until I got about halfway through it.
Yeah,
I was like, this is going to be suspense and horror.
I know Clive Barker's a horror writer, so
Yeah.
I actually didn't. I did not know about Clive Barker.
Yeah,
until I read
this
this.
is
Probably my second one.
A lot of his stuff has like become famous movies like Hellraiser, Midnight Meat Train, and of course, as you mentioned, Candyman.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, he
Meat
wrote
and Candy.
these books, and the thing is, like, they became these stories, and like if you watch those movies, they are definitely horror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was just interesting. Like it reminded me of like going to like down an abandoned alley and seeing like all the graffiti and the mess, and yet it's beautiful in its own way, and it's artistic in its own way. But then like obviously now you have like the interpretation that something's living down there that kind of is an urban legend that's been passed down.
What I love is
For a good time, cool.
Yeah. What I do love is the thing is that Helen is kind of like an outsider to all this. Like, these people have lived in like these downtrodden areas that are like covered in filth and like and garbage and all that stuff. And the thing is like, she comes from like high class society or like upper middle class. And the thing is like
Ivory Tower Academia probably. Yeah.
And the thing is like she's coming down into these other areas, seeing how like the poor live. And the thing is like, to this is all new and fascinating to her, but for them this is just their life. Like things like they like, so it's kind of cool to see the perspective, the things that we're viewing this from an outsider perspective, so it kind of relates to the reader, because we are technically outsiders reading into a book and all this stuff. And that also kind of leads to the trouble with that thing is that the reason why urban legends exist and stuff like that is that we create certain rules for these urban legends, and the thing is she ends up breaking them, and we see what happens to her because she breaks them.
Yeah, that to me, that's the interesting part of the story is you got this woman in there, Helen, who is an outsider and is basically exploring what amounts to an intellectual exercise. And she's trying to make an abstraction about the poor. And you see this theme kind of going throughout the tenement that they live in as well, how it was designed, but you could only see how beautiful this apartment complex looks if you're flying over it, right? Which makes you think about like the whole notion of flyover country over in the United States, right? Where the elites are flying back from New York and Los Angeles back and forth, and they look down from the airplane and they see what life is like in the middle of America, but they really have no idea what it's like because they're not among it. So it's kind of painting that picture right from the beginning of, okay, here's somebody from the upper echelons coming down into the lower echelons, and what will become of her, and what will she learn, and what will happen, and it ends up not working out.
Clearly no.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the Candyman does have take some kind of interference himself and lure her in. Once you find out what the Candyman did, like how he with the older man chopped off his private parts and then flushed them down the toilet.
Also gouge his eyes.
Yeah, he left him to a point where he might as well have been dead because they asked if he was dead. He wasn't, but he
may as well have been.
Yeah.
But the fact that and then
he got his candy anyway.
And then it gets to the point where they all start to where they basically do a 180 and like when Anne Marie denies the fact that she ever told these things to Helen. I I think
Yeah.
that's the influence of the Candyman, and then how he lures her in with the hook on his hand. She tries to escape and can't.
And here's the thing: is that I think like we don't really get much information on the Candyman, which
I like it better that way.
if compared people that have seen the movie, there's a backstory to Candyman. There is no backstory to this Candyman in the book, but we see what happens to her son and the things like that. We don't know about that until like a little bit afterwards.
Isn't Inres?
Anne-Marie, yeah.
Okay.
And things like, from what we know is that the thing is that, I believe the thing is that if you talk about Candyman,
Mm-hmm.
all right, and what he does, I think he comes for you, and the thing is, kills you or somebody you love, because by the time when she was denying it and Helen was talking to her, she wouldn't let her in, all right, but the thing is, at that point, we had no idea the things that her son's throat had been slit.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, so he was already dead at that point, and the thing is, he was left as an offering to Candyman, because the thing is, we learned later, the thing is, when she's being attacked by Candyman, the thing is that we heard his body's there. And the thing is, he's not in the coffin that was during the funeral. So the thing is, like, and we know the thing is his body was actually there because she comes and collects it, and the thing is, and brings it into that
It's
pyre
a bonfire.
thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
see, I
like the people in that community are complicit with Candyman. They are
Yeah.
all working together to lure her into that bonfire.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is like, as I mentioned, sweets for the sweet. People leave him offerings of like there were razor blades with blood, so like an offering of blood and candy to Candyman.
Yeah.
So the thing is that he would he's kind of treated like somewhat of a deity, which also falls into urban legends,
Right.
And I think that kind of the appeal is the thing is that people like playing with these ideas, and the thing is like people take him seriously, and like he's kind of a cautionary tale, but he's real. And the thing is like
In
people,
this.
yeah, he's real in this. In real life, we don't know.
You don't.
Well, no, because the New Jersey Devils like an urban
That's
legend.
what-
Yeah,
Yeah.
New Jersey Devil's a good example.
I
Yeah.
met it. I like to. Mothman. I would love to meet those guys.
I think it's like Michigan or something like that. But
It's that whole idea of if you do this, it's not going to be as detrimental as if you didn't. Because if you make him angry, he'll cause even more destruction and hurt even more people.
Yeah.
so the thing is they kind of do that to keep him away. And the thing is, from what we see of Anne-Marie, is that she spoke truthfully about a man being murdered with his eyes gouged out, and the thing is, he kept being
nonsense,
castrated
yeah.
and all that.
Right.
All right, and the thing is, what happened? Her son ended up dying, and the thing is, then she began to deny it, as well as the two other ladies when she spoke to them. The things didn't know anything about a man being murdered at all. But it turns out the thing is that it feels like the thing is these things have become so common, and Candyman has become such a threat. The things that they choose to obey him and not speak about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to me, it's playing with this idea of immortality too, or legacy, where these people have no like hope of having a lasting legacy, but then they have these stories that do have a way of being passed along.
That's long, generation to generation.
And in the end, Helen, she kind of decides that that's something that she wants for herself. So like it's
Curiosity
like by
killed the
telling
cat.
these
Yes.
stories and by enjoying the fact that these things happen right near you, and that kind of thing is kind of what lures the Candyman, or it feeds him, or it keeps him coming for more, and feeds that fire.
And that's what she places on Trevor, who is not a very good person. At the
Well,
end
she's
of
not a very
The story's Trevor, not our Trevor. Our
Yeah.
Trevor's a lovely boy.
I mean, Trevor was cheating on her.
Yeah, well, movie
Is that
Trevor's
when
all-
they went out?
Yeah, she mentions the things that she knows that he has an affair, and the things like Dick doesn't really care because she does not.
Okay, I'm sorry. I failed freshman health. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, he like someone was like, oh, he went out for 3 days. I'm like, and then he didn't come back, and then this day, like, maybe.
Also, movie
Yeah,
Treasure
that's
is a lot worse because the thing is like he also like gets Helen arrested in that movie.
That's great.
Yeah.
In the movie,
Anyway.
they make things over. They do like giving the Candyman it back. They gotta fill things up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why-
this is only what?
What I do like about the movie is the things that they kept everything from
40.
the story verbatim
40-ish.
in the movie too. I think it's just added upon it.
Mhm.
Which, if this may be a controversial opinion and very unpopular, I do think the movie's better than the book. But I do love the book.
Get out. Okay.
Yeah, this is my copy's 37 pages.
So is mine.
42. And this is the In the Flesh one.
Yeah, I don't know what collection. I've never seen that collection
It says
before.
In the Flesh, and it says in here, in the contents, In the Flesh, the Forbidden.
The
which is-
Madonna.
Yeah, the Madonna. babbles.
Which those are 8 different volumes that I have.
So yeah,
So
I mean
most-
this I just got it. I borrowed it from a library, and yeah, it's really
Support your local libraries, bros.
wonder why I didn't sleep so long. Like, I'm like, I'll put this down and I'm done.
Is there anything anybody else wanted to say?
Just the urban legends and the stuff behind them are just fascinating. I think that in this case, it's one of the, I wouldn't say like spooky, but I'd say one of the more psychological, horror-y
Yeah.
kind of outcomes.
Would you
for
say
the
thriller?
urban.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it's like a
mean-
thriller horror because
It kept me up. I read the whole thing in one piece. And I'm like,
I
oh
would
my
say,
goodness.
I would say horror fantasy.
Okay, yeah,
I think all horror stories are usually fantasy, most of them.
yeah.
It's definitely fun. I read it I had twice, almost 3 times, because the themes are really. I was trying to get to the bottom of what
I
Clive was
had-
trying to say.
I read it twice as well, and they were actually both, at least some of it, during
Question.
Silent Book Club meetings.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of themes in the book that you can connect. My favorite one is like the overall theme of like urban legends and things, how they affect our lives.
Yeah.
But you can also look at things as like a view unclassified, because Helen herself is an outsider.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
I
she's
like
not
that.
like she
That's
lives
a
in,
really
in a place where things murder and crime and graffiti isn't really very common.
Yeah.
Things then she goes to a place where that stuff is common. And things to her that's fascinating, but to them that's just life.
And then she starts paying attention to it, right? Like, because you
Yeah.
notice too, right? They're like, well, they're talking about one of the murders, her and Trevor, and it comes up at the dinner parties and stuff like that, and they're talking about it, and they're like, well, I don't remember hearing anything.
Yeah, and they're like playing it off. And it's just like well, this old man.
Don't you
was-
think we would have heard about it? Don't you think
Yeah.
we would have heard about it?
That's
You know,
in the
but it's because
newspapers
it's not
and
on
all
the
that.
radar. They're
Yeah.
not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like how many people are killed in Chicago every Saturday night. You know, there's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
tens of people.
Also, I thought the setting was realized very brilliantly.
Yes, I agree with that, and I like how the graffiti, everything is incorporated, and how she describes each
Yeah.
each little detail.
I love how like that. Like it
Yeah,
made me
it's-
feel like it felt like the atmosphere. Like even though I was reading a book, I could feel like the atmosphere. That
Yeah.
we were in.
It was definitely
Especially
urban,
that
like
door
in the
that
ghetto.
was painted like I would
Like
say
the mouth.
Yeah.
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 That reminded me of Kiss.
Mm.
But I mean, I don't mean that in disrespectful way to Kiss. Kiss is a national icon, but that's kind of the vibe I was getting. Like, ooh, dark, and where's my
Like a carnival.
stay strapped,
kind of.
you know? But
Yeah.
but yeah, okay, yeah. But I don't scare easily unless it's thunder or exercise. But I had to put the book down for a few minutes and like, all right, I just gotta. It's made up. It's fairy tale.
It's getting to you. Huh?
Yeah, for a moment.
Yeah.
For a moment. I mean, I was like, it's good. He's got my attention, you know.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what a good writer does.
That's what I wanted to say too about your the whole discussion started in the beginning. Is I think that's why scary stories too is because they're captivating. You can't
Yeah.
help but
And it takes you like
Yeah,
I said,
people
too.
want to know what's going to happen.
You know,
I love
I was
scary
hoping there'd be some
stories.
comic relief. I mean, hello. I mean,
And it's also a way to hit home as far as
yeah.
Later in this season.
And it makes your mind think too, especially. So sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna say later in the season we're gonna be going over another thriller called The Clackety, which is part of
The what now?
The Clackety.
Oh.
It's a first in a 3-part series, and if you like this, that's the same, but it's like a novel.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I like about this book is that the thing is it definitely gives like it definitely has that eerie feeling to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like I feel the things that it's nice. It's a nice short read too. If you like I feel like if you're going into horror, and the thing is like you want to get and the thing is you want something that's like out of the ordinary. I would definitely recommend this as
It's a
a
good
starter.
stepping on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a nice
I mean, like I
slow
said, I've
burn,
never read-
and it's well paced, and it just keeps
Yeah.
building and building,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like-
it's satisfying.
Like the Candyman's not in it for very long. You know.
No.
He's only in the.
But for
It's
the
in your
part
mind,
that but for the part that he really is in there, the story really gets going at that point. And the thing is, like, I just remember, like, when he first showed up, I was like, I realized I was keep reading. I was like, wait, I got 2 pages left. I was like, how long have I been reading for?
And I think it's interesting the way that it ends. Just the whole the fact that she leaves him with feelings of being haunted and a story to tell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
another
sad.
yeah,
It's
like
a
another one
sad
bites
end.
the dust in a way.
Yeah. And also, like, the movie ended in the same way that the book did, which I thought was like, which is why I'm just like, wow, I can compare this all to that. And the thing is, like, there's also more to it than that. And I'm just like, I thought it was a good book.
If you went to see it, don't ever do this. If you ever went to see it in a movie, you can say, "I know how $20. I'll tell you how the movie ends." Yeah, you're on. And you can walk out there with $20. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Most movies that are based on books don't end the same way.
I know, but if
No,
you,
yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
that's right.
I just thought it was very cleverly written. The setting was realized very well. And this, like I said, is the very first time I've ever read Clive Barker, so it was.
I guess
I
me
wasn't
too,
quite
actually.
expecting to be this much of a thriller.
Oh, and I
horror.
gotta suggest more of him because he writes some great stuff.
Mhm.
Hellbound Heart, we should do that next.
Alrighty then, do we have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I like how, okay, I'm going to put it all together in my thoughts right now, where you have this upper class woman, right, coming into the lower class thing, trying to intellectualize the poor, right, trying to make the poor and their plight into an intellectual exercise, yet ignoring the fact that there is actually something monstrous within the poor, because they're human beings. There's something monstrous within everybody. You know what I mean? But like from her mindset, you know, she's like only thinking, oh well, they're poor and you know, if they had this or that, then maybe they wouldn't be poor. But there's something under that
Yeah.
as well that is that is truly monstrous.
We got something that you do.
That the intellectual
Yeah.
elite don't necessarily consider when they're trying to evaluate these problems and build
The elephant in the room is ignored.
build you know
Yeah.
housing developments and stuff like that.
Think
And
about
it's
it
like
now.
yeah, but you know, because there's problems that run deeper than are examined.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Alrighty then, anybody else?
I'm good.
I've kind of said what I wanted to say, but I thought it was interesting for sure.
Yeah, it was really.
I mean, I could go on and on about like the comparisons and stuff like that, but that's not really what this is about. But I do say I love the book. One thing I was hoping to see is how Candyman is summoned, and the thing is, you get summoned in a completely different way than from what I was known from the movie. Because in the movie, you say the name Candyman 5 times in the mirror, and he appears.
Yes, I
Here-
remember. As
yeah.
a child, I'd be looking at the mirror saying, "Do I dare?"
I did it one time, like I did 3 times. I'm just like, probably shouldn't, because as a kid when I saw that movie, which I should not have been watching at that age, I was afraid of things that he was actually going to come out and things that I was going to have a hook like in my face.
Yeah.
Well, the Bloody Mary thing, I will say this, it actually does work. For me, it did. And I'll explain. I'm like, alright, well, just let me try it. Just to say I tried it.
That's what
Bloody
it
Mary,
was.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Within 5 seconds, I had a nice, delicious Bloody Mary. But then again, I was hallucinating the whole time. Just kidding!
I mean, they
You were at
did,
the hotel in The Shining, right? That's where you were.
I think it was good that they didn't.
No, I was at my house.
That
I
it
would
wasn't
do-
in the
yeah.
book because that's what they
I
they
would
do
get
that
canceled.
like they did that with Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
They did it with Biggie Smalls on South Park.
Yeah. Well, it's just the thing is
It
that,
was
you know,
Bloody Mary. That's what the original.
I mean, I know the book came out before the movie, but it's just the thing is like, since I'd seen the movie and haven't read the story yet, it's just the thing is that there's a lot of comparisons that I made, and things like, as I mentioned, the entirety of the story is in the movie. It's just the thing, there's a bunch of other stuff added onto it, like
Bloody
the,
Mary
like
now.
Yeah, because this probably only takes about 15 minutes to read.
yeah, like you can just read this in one setting. It's only 37 pages. You know?
Yeah.
42.
And the things, you know, then the movie is like 2.5 hours long, so
Yeah,
the things they had to add more stuff to it.
Yeah.
And the things I love both of them greatly, but for different reasons.
Mhm.
Alright.
Very
Also,
good.
the thing is, I couldn't help but imagine Candyman as Tony Todd, but the thing is, he's not described that way in the book.
Yeah.
He's described as having pale yellow skin, yet Tony Todd was a black man.
Yeah.
That's why they call arts and the arts department takes care of that.
I think it was interesting piece, and I would like to read more by Clive Barker, which includes the stories within this volume of Books of Blood, as well as volumes 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's 2 omnibuses, which I was heard they're called. The thing is, there's Books of Blood. The first collection contains volumes 1 through 3. This one contains volumes 4 through 6. If you just want to read The Forbidden, it's the first story in volume 5.
Mm-hmm.
And for this one here, In the Flesh, the copyright of this book is 1986, and it's, I believe, the second one.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, this one, like, I have to go through volume
it's the
4 to
second
get to volume 5
Yeah.
in this thing, but it's like the first one in volume 5, which...
And in
If
this
I can look through
copy,
it, I'll find
once it gets to another volume, it goes back to page 1.
Yeah.
and
Just
it's
trying
1 to whatever based
the
off
Books
of
of Blood volumes. This is on here.
Yeah, I see. I have that book.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I also have the second one right here, which is the
Oh,
second.
yum.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yum.
Sorry, I'm just tired.
Alrighty then, be sure to join us next time on another episode of Literary Gladiators. For now, keep reading.
Keep reading and eating.
Candy.